Delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM. Sports Hardcore News.
This is the World News on your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Amaka Felix. Thank you for joining us. First, the headlines. President Bola Tinubu attributes end of oil smuggling to administration. INEC receives 12 additional applications for registration as political parties. And on the foreign scene, Portugal's former Prime Minister José Sócrates tried in corruption case. Details in a moment. President Bola Tinubu has boasted of his exploits as president, saying his administration has successfully stopped the smuggling of oil. Tinubu also boasted that his government has put a stop to chasing of forex papers at the Central Bank of Nigeria, stressing that all these were achieved after inheriting a near-bankrupt economy. The president, who said this during a meeting with Nigerians in St. Lucia, promised to resolve some of the diplomatic issues raised by Nigerians living in the Caribbean nation. Tinubu, while admitting that Nigeria's per capita income is low, assured that the administration was working to improve it. The president met with Nigerians at the official residence of St. Lucia's Prime Minister, Philip Pierre, and repeated the interaction again at the Windjammer Resort during his state visit. The Nigerian Medical Association (NMA) has issued a 21-day ultimatum to the federal government to meet its demands to avert industrial action in the health sector. The association, during a press conference in Abuja, expressed disappointment and condemned the circular on the consequential adjustment of allowances under the consolidated medical salary structure for medical and dental practitioners in Nigeria. In his address, the NMA president, Professor Bala Aldu, dismissed the National Salaries, Incomes and Wages Commission (NSRWC's) circular on the review of allowances for medical and dental officers in the federal public service. Professor Aldu further noted that while the association had submitted the correct salary structure table as requested by the relevant government bodies, it was disappointed to find it was disregarded. The association also demanded the implementation of scarce skills allowances for medical consultants, approval of specialist allowances for all doctors, approval of excess workload allowances for all doctors, and adoption of relativity in all professional allowances in accordance with the 2001 CBA, particularly regarding call duty allowances and universal application of the CONMES across all federal and state ministries, departments, and agencies to combat internal brain drain. The doctors also demanded the immediate reversal of the appointment of other healthcare professionals as consultants in hospitals, citing patient safety and the need to maintain medical care standards. The NMA president stressed that the association had consistently engaged in dialogue with relevant government agencies and the Federal Ministry of Health in good faith and remained committed to continued dialogue as long as their rightful entitlements were appropriately addressed. The Defense Headquarters, DHQ, has clarified that granting amnesty to surrendered terrorists and bandits is not within the purview of the military. The DHQ noted that such decisions lie with other arms of government. The This clarification was made by the Director of Defense Media Operations, Major General Marcus Kangi, during a press briefing in Abuja. The statement followed recent reports that some bandit commanders in Katsina State had surrendered and released hostages in exchange for amnesty. Kangi explained that while the development is a reflection of ongoing successes in both kinetic and non-kinetic military operations, the decision to grant amnesty lies outside the military's mandates. Ahead of the 2027 general election, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) says it has received 12 additional applications for registration as political parties. The new applications now brings the figure of applicants to 122. The Commission therefore advised promoters of the associations to maintain consistency in leadership in order not to unnecessarily delay the processing of their applications. In a statement, INEC National Commissioner and Chairman of its Information and Voter Education Committee, Sam Olumekun, said the Commission had, during its meeting, discussed the need for clarity on the review of election results, as well as the ongoing processing of applications from associations seeking registration as political parties. The acting national chairman of Labour Party, Nenadi Usman, says the party approved the move by its 2023 presidential candidate, Peter Obi, to join an opposition coalition led by David Mark. In a statement, Usman slammed the Julius Abure-led group within the Labour Party as political jesters with no legitimate standing in Labour Party. Usman, through her aide Ken Asogwa, stressed that Abure and those behind the 48-hour ultimatum issued to Obi to resign were neither recognized by the party nor by the law, having long been sacked by the Supreme Court of Nigeria and suspended from the party for their serial acts of indiscipline and anti-party activities. She explained that the party had given its blessings to Obi to participate in the coalition talks. The African Democratic Congress, ADC, in Rivers State has welcomed the formal adoption of the party by the National Opposition Coalition in Nigeria's political evolution. The state's publicity secretary of ADC, Chief Lucky Man Egila, in a media briefing in Port Harcourt, said the ADC was stronger and more resolute as the preferred platform for patriots committed to rescuing Nigeria from the clutches of failed leadership and rebuilding a nation that will work for all. Egila said the Grand Alliance, comprised of new leadership at the National Secretariat, signified not just a merger of structures, but a union of vision, a united front to liberate Nigeria from the stranglehold of recycled political failures.
Today, the ADC stands taller, stronger, and more resolute as the preferred platform for patriots. The National Secretariat signifies not just a merger, but a union of visions.
The state's publicity secretary of ADC, Chief Lucky Man Egila, while revealing that its doors were open for all progressive, patriots and visionaries to join what he described as a historic movement, disclosed that in the coming days the party will roll out a series of stakeholders' engagement and mass mobilization programs to solidify the alliance.
To our brothers and sisters from other political parties who have joined us, we say, welcome home. This is your party. Your voice counts here. Today, we shall rebuild Rivers State and Nigeria at large. The African Democratic Congress remains open to all Nigerians of goodwill, and our doors are wide open for more progressive patriots and visionaries to join this historic movement. Nigeria will rise again. Rivers State will rise again. Together, under the African Democratic Congress, we shall rise. To the people of Rivers State, we declare the ADC is now the undeniable third force.
It would interest you to know that former Governor of Rivers State and Minister of Transportation Rotimi Amechi said he had officially written to his former party, the APC, before joining the coalition. With the membership of Amechi now in ADC, he becomes the leader of the party in the state. Meanwhile, the chairman of the African Democratic Congress, ADC in Rivers State, Egbagiri Ode, says he will not resign or hand over leadership of the party in this state. Ode, in an interview with Today FM's Sandra Kenneth, said the agreement to resign or hand over was made by the National Working Committee, noting that the states and local government areas are the grassroots and foundation that hold the party. He noted that ADC in River State was ready and willing to integrate new entrants, insisting that a new chairman to take over the party affairs will only emerge after the conduct and conclusion of the party congress. While reminding the public that the party is rooted in inclusiveness, OJ, however, explained that the decision of the NWC to hand over leadership is to gain trust.
Remember, the LGs and the states are the grassroots and foundation that holds the party. The agreement to resign or hand over was that of the National Working Committee of the party, and that does not trickle down to various states because we have an existing structure at all levels with a running tenures. When the new entrant comes in and meets the requirement for registration at various wards or LGs, everyone will be integrated seamlessly. And when congresses are conducted in Nigeria, whoever wins takes over leadership. The NWC did that as to get the trust and confidence of the coalition partners, since our party is rooted in inclusiveness.
A River State High Court sitting in Port Harcourt has awarded the sum of 15 million naira in favor of the people of Kokwama community in Port Harcourt City local government area against the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) and Attorney General of the Federation. The people of Kokwama community had filed a 100 billion naira fundamental lawsuit against the EFCC over alleged invasion and seizure of their waterfront, popularly called Jetty, an incident which reportedly happened sometime in 2023 during an operation against suspected illegal oil bunkers. The Kokwama residents want the court to award the sum of 100 billion naira as compensation for alleged violation of their fundamental rights. Delivering judgment on the suit, the presiding judge, Justice Rita Ogugwo, said the EFCC had no legal right to invade an entire community when they were only looking for some individuals, and awarded the sum of 15 million naira against the commission. Justice Ogugwo ordered the police personnel that are stationed in the community and waterfront to vacate the place within 24 hours and cautioned against further invasion under any guise. Speaking to newsmen outside the courtroom, counsel to Kokwama community, Chime Sunday, while narrating the basis of the judgment, expressed displeasure over the amount of money awarded to his clients. Sunday disclosed that the people will review the judgment to ascertain the way forward.
So we told court that what they have done by shutting down the entire community is an infringement on the fundamental rights of the entire community. And the community is made up of children, adults, women, men, even the sick, the aged, that the community children are dropping from school. Many of them have dropped from school because their parents can no longer take care of them, owing to the action of the EFCC. So we asked court to award the community 100 billion naira and other reliefs, and they ordered them to vacate the community forthwith. And then they shouldn't, or no guys, shut down the community or any part of the community. If they have issues with one person or any member of the community, they should go on individual. The court said that it is wrong, it is unconstitutional for them to shut down the entire livelihood of the community just because they suspected one or two persons.
You are listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying tuned. The Coalition of South-South Chambers of Commerce, Industry, Mine and Agriculture, COSIMA, has reaffirmed its commitment to fostering inclusive economic growth and employment opportunities across the South-South geopolitical zone. The president of COSIMA, Indutimi Komonibo, who made this known at a recent South-South Job Creation and Economic Summit in Port Harcourt, called for stronger sunsets between government, private enterprise and regional stakeholders to unlock the full potential of the region's assets. Komonibo noted that while government interventions are essential, they are not sufficient to address the scale of unemployment.
Aviation and aerospace empowering the South-South region through the helicopter landing levy. The helicopter landing levy is a strategic initiative that holds great promise for our region and the nation. Its benefits include 1. Job creation across various state sectors, curbing youth restiveness through community development and empowerment schemes, regional development through infrastructure upgrades and public service improvements, regulatory compliance and oversight, enhanced national security and sovereignty.
On their parts, the BLT chairman of COSIMA, Billy Harry, and one of the board members, Isaac Nwaonwu, identified power generation as a critical area where they can drive regional economic projects, noting that one of their key mandates is to continually seek economic opportunities within the South to reduce the risk of social unrest and militancy.
Importantly is power. If the region can as well jointly and collectively develop power and supply power to the people in the region for the oil and gas, for the basic SMEs, business factors and all that, I'm sure that will actually go a long way. The other basic infrastructure. We also want to believe that by job creation, we'll minimize insecurity in the region.
What we have come here to do is to see the opportunities that we have in the South to be able to empower our youths. We believe that from what the president has told us, if this opportunity creates 1,000 or 3,000 or 10,000 jobs, the issues of militancy will be a thing of the past, and there will be values that we can consistently see in growing the economy.
As the federal lawmaker representing Abua Odol and Ahoda East constituency, Solomon Bob, celebrates his birthday today, staff and the people of the constituency have continued to appreciate him for his significant impact on the society. The senior special advisor to the honorable member, Ruben Izu, in a birthday message expressed gratitude for his guidance and vision. Izu also thanked Bob for creating a nurturing environment for the growth of youths and other members of his constituency, while noting how his leadership has made significant impact on the society. Ruben Izu further wished Bob a birthday as bright and inspiring as his leadership, and he prayed God to continue to bless him with more guidance, wisdom and provision to navigate the affairs of the people he is representing and the society. The message also celebrates Solomon Bob for his passion for humanity. On the foreign scene, Portugal's former Prime Minister José Sócrates is being on trial for corruption charges in a long-running case already being dubbed the trial of the century. Sócrates, who led the country between 2005 and 2011, is accused of amassing a fortune of more than 34 million euros while he was prime minister. Prosecutors say the former leader, who is on trial with 18 others, used a childhood friend as a frontman in a scheme involving a building conglomerate, one of the country's biggest banks and a tourism complex in the south. Sócrates is the latest in a string of senior politicians to be embroiled in legal difficulties. The country faced a snap election last year after Prime Minister Antonio Costa stepped down when he was implicated in an influence peddling probe that saw one of his ministers indicted. Sócrates was first arrested a decade ago and has long rejected the allegations against him. The trial is expected to last several months, with the prosecution alone set to call some 200 witnesses. In sports, former Super Eagles first choice goalkeeper Peter Rufai is dead. Rufai passed away after battling with prolonged illness at the age of 61. Dudu Mayana, as he is fondly called, was widely regarded as one of the best goalkeepers Nigeria has produced. During his playing career that lasted 2 decades, Rufai played in Belgium, the Netherlands, Portugal and Spain. He also represented Nigeria at 2 World Cups and many Africa Cup of Nations tournaments. Rufai's death comes as the world of football mourns Liverpool forward Diogo Jota. Jota died in a car crash in Spain alongside his brother. In the world of entertainment, Benin's global music icon and multi-Grammy Award winner Angelique Kidjo has been announced as one of the recipients of a Hollywood Walk of Fame star in 2026, making her the first African artist in history to receive this distinction. The announcement was made by the Hollywood Chamber of Commerce, placing the 5-time Grammy Award winner alongside international entertainers as Miley Cyrus, Timothée Chalamet, and Shaquille O'Neal. Kidjo's illustrious career spans more than 4 decades, during which she has emerged as one of Africa's most formidable musical experts. Known for her distinctive voice and eclectic style, she blends Afrobeat, traditional West African music, funk, jazz, and Latin influences to deliver a sound that is both authentic and globally resonant. In recent years, Kidjo has become increasingly engaged with emerging African talents, bridging generations and genres through collaborative projects. To end the news, here is a summary of the major stories. President Bola Tinubu has attributed the end of oil smuggling to his administration. We told you that INEC has received 12 additional applications for registration as political parties. And on the foreign scene, you heard that Portugal's former Prime Minister José Sócrates is being tried in a corruption case. Stella Sasongo Okori edited the news. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850. Send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. Read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com. I am Amaka Felix. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt.
You may not realize it, but do you know you can always show your love for others with simple gestures? Here are some of them. Always look for the good in people. There are 2 sides to every story. We have our good and bad sides. So, look for the good in people. Focus on people's potential. Everyone has potential. So, rather than put them down, help them realize it. Choose to love. If you're given an option between giving love and receiving love, choose giving because that is a more practical choice. Treat everyone as equals. This means letting go of all the prejudice and partiality. See people for who they really are, not their jobs, not their apparels or bank accounts. If everyone does this, then the world would be a better place. Love yourself. You cannot give what you don't have. So, before you try to love other people, love yourself first. Forgive. We all make mistakes. So, whether it's a family or a stranger, the best way of showing love is forgiveness. Everyone deserves a second chance. Show compassion. Care for other people. Care for what they are going through. Do what you can to help. Give back to the community. Remember that a single drop of water can cause countless ripples. That donation, no matter how small, can inspire others to do the same. Smile, even to strangers. Remember that you're never fully dressed without a smile. So, do not underestimate the power of a smile. Not only does it lighten up your face, it will also brighten up another person's day. Be the spark of positivity you want to see. When you smile, the whole world smiles with you. This message is brought to you by Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Education never ends, and we believe it starts even way earlier than most of us think. On Andre Gorgie, every Tuesday, 1 to 2 p.m., we unravel these various building blocks and its challenges that make you and I better versions of ourselves. Andre Gorgie on Today 95.1 FM.
Red is passion. Pink is for unconditional love. Blue is for loyalty. While black is secretive and mysterious.
Baby, tonight's the night.
Let's talk about love. The passion, the bliss, the betrayal, and everything in between. On Lovey Dovey, Mondays to Thursdays from 11 p.m. beneath the night sky with the Amaka Felix on Today 95.1 FM.
Nothing like the good old classic music and reminding the new school of where it all started from. Get the best of classic old school music back to back.
Nostalgia Drive
from 10:30 p.m. to 11 p.m.
every Saturday
on Today 95.1 FM. You're the bomb.
95.1 FM.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's take you into a realm, another dimension, a reality of higher intelligence, discovery, and quantum possibility. Tune in every Monday, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. on this station and be part of this journey as we address issues that relate to you and your tech life. It is Today's Tech Show on your premium talk, news, and sports station. Today, 95.1 FM.
Hello, my people. Are you ready for an electrifying experience that would send shivers down your spine? Welcome to the thrill. Hold on tight as we dive into the hottest high life tracks that will make your pulse race and your feet move. It's not just a show. It's a musical and talk adventure that would leave you craving for more. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the thrill. 9 p.m. only on Today 95.1 FM.
A person who knows how to read and does not read is no different from a person who does not know how to read at all.
Books are the mirrors of the soul, a powerful tool for change, a means to an end. That end is a peaceful society which grooms enlightened and empowered individuals. So, make literature your utopia.
This same issue that we see in this book is still prevalent in our society today. Like up to today, some parents, some people
will still say you can't marry from this tribe. You shouldn't marry from this tribe.
God forbid, I can't marry.
Yeah. Join us in book review every Saturday at 7:30 p.m. Let's help you find your utopia.
Oxygen, entertainment has to be the next best thing.
Because every chapter is unexpected.
At Today 95.1 FM, we know we entertain better, so we do it.
Life is too short to overthink your overthinking. So join us at 11:30 a.m. every weekday.
Let's give you a taste of sugar, spice, and everything nice.
Entertainment Today.
The ultimate entertainment extravaganza.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, Voice of the People. It is time again for a rundown of the foreign news that made the headlines on the world today. I am Amaka Felix. Good evening. We begin with the headline: South Africa reports new bird flu outbreak. Guinea presents draft for new constitution after setting date for referendum. UNAID's chief warns of reverse global progress against AIDS. P. Diddy Combs convicted on 2 out of 5 counts in sex abuse trial. Liverpool player dies in car accident. Details in a bit. South African authorities have confirmed new outbreaks of the highly pathogenic H5N1 avian influenza strain on 2 poultry farms. The World Organization for Animal Health, WOAH, confirming the outbreak, said the virus, known for its severe impact on bird populations and potential risk to humans, was detected during routine surveillance. Although H5N1 rarely infects humans, health experts continue to monitor the situation closely due to its potential to mutate. The government has not yet reported any human cases. However, the public is being urged to avoid contact with sick or dead birds and to report unusual poultry deaths to veterinary services. The outbreak poses a threat to South Africa's poultry industry, which was hit hard by similar outbreaks in recent years, leading to culling and trade restrictions. Senegal's Supreme Court has upheld the defamation conviction for current Prime Minister Ousmane Sonko. The politician was convicted of defamation after he insulted Tourism Minister Mame Mbaye Niang and was asked to pay a 200 million CFA franc fine in damages to the former minister. In January 2024, the top court had already upheld Sonko's 6-month suspended sentence for defamation after he appealed the decision. The current Prime Minister has been battling a variety of court cases since 2021. Despite the court confirming the decision, Sonko has reportedly said that the case was not yet closed on his side and that he would once again appeal. Legal experts, however, consider that the court's decision is definitive, meaning that there is no way to escape paying the fine for Sonko. Guinea's transitional government has presented a draft constitution to General Mamadi Doumbouya, the head of the transition. The text is set to be put to a referendum in September, a move that has been viewed positively as a first step towards a return to constitutional rule, more than 3 years after a military junta came to power in a coup. Although largely similar to previous constitutions, the draft shows some changes. Notably, presidential terms would increase from 5 to 7 years, with a limit of 2 terms. A phrase explicitly limiting presidential mandates to 2 terms in the lifetime of any person was reportedly deleted from the document before being submitted to Doumbouya. Aside from the changes to the presidential term, the draft also includes the creation of a Senate. A third of its members will be directly appointed by the head of state. You may wish to know that Guinea has been headed by a transitional government since a military coup ousted President Alpha Condé in 2021. U.S. President Donald Trump will meet with the leaders of Gabon, Guinea-Bissau, Liberia, Mauritania, and Senegal from 9th to 11th July. The meeting comes as a surprise, although some analysts have taken it as a continuation of intensifying American diplomatic efforts towards the African continent. Just last month, the White House notably brokered a peace deal between Rwanda and the Democratic Republic of Congo, putting a preliminary end to hostilities and Rwandan-backed rebel groups fighting DRC troops in the east of the country for several months. Trump has made increasing business ties a key objective of relations with the African continent, which he wants to substitute for axed humanitarian programs and development aid. Plans for a wider U.S.-Africa summit have also been announced for September, although nothing has been confirmed so far from either side. Away from Africa to the rest of the world, Republicans in the United States House of Representatives have been locked in a dramatic impasse over President Donald Trump's signature tax and spending package. Debate is currently underway at the House after the bill passed its last procedural hurdle in the early hours of today, local Washington, D.C. time. The standoff over the Trump administration's flagship domestic policy package, dubbed the One Big Beautiful Bill, stretched into the early hours of today, as the Republican leadership worked furiously to try to persuade holdouts to send the bill to Trump's desk by a Friday, July 4 deadline. Earlier, 5 Republicans voted no in the procedural vote to advance the legislation, while 8 had yet to cast a vote. The hefty 800-page bill, the centerpiece of the president's domestic agenda, combines sweeping tax cuts, spending hikes on defense and border security, and cuts to social safety nets into one giant package. A former criminology doctoral student has pleaded guilty to murdering 4 roommates in an Idaho college town in 2022. 30-year-old Brian Kohlberger admitted to the killings under a plea agreement that takes the death penalty off the table. The case drew national attention in the United States for its brutality and the shock it caused in a community where murders are relatively rare. At Wednesday's hearing, Kohlberger answered a series of questions from Judge Stephen Hippler. Kohlberger had previously pleaded not guilty to first-degree murder and burglary charges. However, he confirmed to the court that he had broken into a rental home where 4 University of Idaho students were staying. Passing through a sliding door in the kitchen, Kohlberger then killed the 4 friends who appeared to have no prior connection to him. Prosecutors did not disclose a motive for the slayings. The plea agreement, as outlined by Hippler, called for Kohlberger to be sentenced to 4 consecutive life terms in prison and to waive his rights to appeal or seek reconsideration of the sentence. Anxiety reigns for many Haitians in the United States as uncertainty looms over their immigration status. Recall that on Tuesday, a federal judge in New York blocked the Trump administration from ending temporary protected status TPS for more than 500,000 Haitians who are already in the U.S. This legal status was introduced after the 2010 earthquake in Haiti and was renewed multiple times. The Biden administration had extended Haiti's TPS status through to at least 3 February 2026 due to gang violence, political unrest, a major earthquake in 2021, and several other factors, according to court documents. But the Department of Homeland Security announced last week that it was terminating TPS for Haitians, a measure that should be effective on 2nd September and would set Haitians up for potential deportation. Haiti remains gripped by brutality and political unrest, with over 1.3 million people currently displaced. UNAID's Executive Director, Winnie Byanyima, has warned that the world risks reversing decades of progress in the fight against AIDS if urgent funding gaps aren't addressed. Myanmar, who gave this warning during a press conference at the 4th International Conference on Financing for Development, FFD4, revealed that up to 4.2 million more AIDS-related deaths could occur by 2029. She cautioned that the pandemic that has been declining could resurge again, stressing that AIDS claimed 630,000 lives in 2024 alone. The UNAIDS chief stressed that the looming threat is tied to the potential loss of the world's biggest donor, who currently provides 73% of all international AIDS response funding. Calling for urgent structural reforms, Myanmar urged wealthy nations to support new financing models and policies that enable developing countries to raise their own resources. Thailand has ushered in the appointment of its second interim prime minister this week, following the Constitutional Court's suspension of the country's leader, Paetongtarn Shinawatra, fueled by a phone call scandal. Interior Minister Phumtham Wechayachai assumed caretaker responsibilities today, 2 days after Paetongtarn was banned from duties. In a post on social media, the Thai government said that Phumtham's role as acting prime minister had been agreed at the first meeting of a new cabinet, which took place shortly after ministers were sworn in by King Maha Vajiralongkorn. The 71-year-old replaces Surya Jungranginkit, who only carried out the role for 1 day ahead of the reshuffle. Sean Diddy Combs has been acquitted of sex trafficking and racketeering charges that could have put one of hip-hop's most celebrated figures behind bars for life. The rapper was convicted of lesser prostitution-related offenses and still faces prison time, although how much will only be clear once he is sentenced. Combs was convicted of flying people around the country, including his girlfriends and male sex workers, to engage in sexual encounters, a felony violation of the Federal Mann Act. Former federal prosecutor and attorney at Cudman, Trachton, Allo Persner LL, Mitchell Epner, asked if Cassandra Ventura and Mia were victims or volunteers, stressing that it wasn't really explained. He said the prosecution's case was that, at some point, Cassandra Ventura and Mia stopped being volunteers and became victims who were only continuing to participate in the freak-offs because they were being coerced. He also added that the prosecution had to prove that beyond a reasonable doubt, and the jury found that the prosecution did not meet that very heavy burden. The charge is punishable by up to 10 years in prison, but Combs' lawyers said that under federal sentencing guidelines, he'd likely face 21 to 27 months. Prosecutors, citing Combs' violence and other factors, said he'd likely face 51 to 63 months. The judge in the case has proposed a sentencing date for 3rd October at 10 a.m. Liverpool player Diogo Jota and his brother have died in a car accident in Spain. The Spanish civil guard confirmed to the Associated Press that Jota and his brother were found dead after their car went off a road near the western city of Zamora. Police were investigating the causes but disclosed that no other vehicles were involved. The 28-year-old Jota and his brother, 25-year-old André Silva, both Portuguese players, were in the car. Jota also played for Portugal's national team. Silva played with Portuguese club Penafiel in the lower divisions. That story from Liverpool concludes tonight's edition of The World Today, as produced by Sandra Kenneth of the News Department. Before we go, here is a summary of the stories that made the headline. South Africa has reported a new bird flu outbreak. We told you that Guinea has presented a draft for a new constitution after setting date for referendum. You heard that UNAIDS chief has warned of reverse global progress against AIDS. We also told you that P. Diddy Combs has been convicted on 2 out of 5 counts in sex abuse trial. Finally, you heard that Liverpool and Portuguese players have died in a car accident. Till same time tomorrow, have a lovely evening and thank you for listening.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Red is passion. Pink is for unconditional love. Blue is for loyalty. While black is secretive and mysterious.
Baby, tonight's the night.
Let's talk about love. The passion, the bliss, the betrayal, and everything in between. On Lovey Dovey, Mondays to Thursdays from 11 p.m. beneath the night sky with D. Amaka Felix on Today95.1 FM.
All you need to know about this one is that
95.1 FM. Search for your next dial.
BBC World Service. I'm Charles Gitonga in Nairobi with Focus on Africa. Recent attacks from jihadist militants on military posts across several towns in Mali is leaving the Sahel more vulnerable. What's the wider impact?
It's just their way of internally coordinating how they'll carry out attacks and what kind of weapons they're going to use and which are the military bases that they feel are strategic.
Also, the kidnapping epidemic in Nigeria that's got many living in fear. And did you know that Ghana shares an old friendship with India? But how does the recent visit by India's Prime Minister to the country benefit Ghana?
One of the key relationship points between India and Ghana has to do with some of the industries that they have set up in Ghana, which employ a large number of Ghanaian employees.
That's all on the BBC. Tonight in Focus, first the news.
BBC News, I'm John Shea. The medical charity MSF has detailed appalling conditions faced by civilians in Sudan's Darfur region, where the army and the paramilitary rapid support forces are vying for control. The agency, which was recently forced to withdraw from the contested city of El Fasher, documents indiscriminate bombing, executions and starvation. Christopher Lockyer is the Secretary-General of MSF.
What we aim to do is expose the levels of violence, particularly the ethnically targeted violence against the Zaghawas, who are one of the so-called non-Arab tribes in Darfur, at the hands of the rapid support forces.
The RSF are also accused of systematic sexual violence targeting non-Arab communities and kidnapping. Médecins Sans Frontières notes that an RSF attack on the nearby Zamzam refugee camp killed countless people. It's calling on the UN to intervene more forcefully. The Democratic leader in the US House of Representatives is delaying a final vote on President Trump's tax and spending bill with a lengthy speech. Hakeem Jeffries told the House he'd take his sweet time in voicing his opposition to legislation that even Republicans admit will stoke the national debt and strip health care from millions. He called the bill an assault on all Americans.
Beginning on January 20th, a flood of extremism, the likes of which have never before been seen in the United States of America, has been unleashed on the American people. An all-out assault on the American way of life.
It took hours of negotiations for the House Speaker Mike Johnson and Mr. Trump to win over enough Republicans to allow the bill to pass its first procedural hurdle. The US economy added more jobs than expected last month, while the rate of unemployment fell by 0.1%. But job gains came largely from two sectors, the government and healthcare, rather than the economy as a whole. Presidents Trump and Putin are holding further phone talks today. They've been in regular contact since Mr. Trump took office in January. Speaking last week, Mr. Putin said he had great respect for his US counterpart and that Moscow's ties with Washington were improving. Mr. Trump described the Russian leader's statements as very nice. Gaza's Civil Defense Agency says Israeli forces have killed 69 people on Thursday. Many of the victims had been attempting to get humanitarian aid. The UN's Special Rapporteur, Francesca Albanese, has accused dozens of companies of being complicit in war crimes in Gaza and the West Bank.
Corporate entities must urgently cease all business activities and terminate relationships directly linked, contributing to and causing human rights violations and international crimes against the Palestinian people.
World News from the BBC. The deputy head of the Russian Navy, Mikhail Gudkov, has been killed in fighting in the Kursk region bordering Ukraine. Reports said he'd been leading a brigade and was killed with 10 others in a Ukrainian attack on a command post. In the latest Russian strikes on Ukraine, officials in Odessa say 2 people were killed in a missile strike on the port. Afghans living in Pakistan have expressed dismay after Britain closed down its 2 resettlement programs for Afghan refugees. One such Afghan, now in hiding in Pakistan, told the BBC he was in panic and could not even confirm whether his application was being processed. The US Supreme Court has agreed to hear a bid by the states of Idaho and West Virginia to enforce their laws banning transgender athletes from female sports teams at public schools. Both states are appealing against decisions by lower courts which sided with transgender students who'd brought legal action, arguing the laws discriminated against them in violation of the US Constitution. The Supreme Court is expected to hear the case towards the end of this year, with a decision expected by next summer. Tributes have been paid to the Portuguese footballer Diogo Jota following his death in a car crash in Spain. Jota recently got married to his long-term partner, with whom he has 3 young children. This report from Laura Scott.
The football world was left in shock as news broke from Spain that the 28-year-old had died in a car crash alongside his brother. Local police said their car had a tyre blowout while overtaking another vehicle, left the road and then caught fire. Liverpool said they were devastated by the unimaginable loss of Jota, who scored 65 goals in 182 appearances for the Reds since joining in 2020.
Laura Scott. And that's the latest BBC World News.
Hello, I'm Charles Gitonga, and here is what's coming up for you on this edition of Focus on Africa. How the coordination and strategy of jihadist fighters across Mali helped to launch a series of simultaneous attacks on military posts. It's a 3rd major assault on the army over the last month. In Nigeria, the kidnapping epidemic that's got many living in fear.
For 3 days, the kidnappers did not give us food. On the 3rd day, they brought hot water for us to make tea. As my daughter was trying to get it, she fell in the hot water and got burns.
And Ghana looks to rekindle its historic ties with India as it welcomed Prime Minister Modi to Accra this week. It's Thursday, July 3rd. First, we go to Mali. Jihadist fighters have launched a series of simultaneous attacks on military posts across numerous towns in Mali. What's significant here is that it's the 3rd major assault on the army over the last month. The attacks targeted several towns in the central and western region of the Sahel country. The affected towns include Diboli, Kai and Sandere, near the border with Senegal. There were also attacks further north, near Mali's frontier with Mauritania. An army camp and police stations in the western city of Kai were among those targeted. The army said they repelled the attackers, killing more than 80 militants, recovering weapons, vehicles and motorcycles. Al-Qaeda's Sahel-linked group, Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal-Muslimin, JNIM for short, has said it carried out the attacks. There is concern that the violence could spill over into neighboring Senegal and Mauritania. I've been speaking to regular contributor Beverly Ochieng, who is a senior Francophone Africa analyst at Control Risks based in Senegal.
Well, one of the things that's been happening is that militants from the Al-Qaeda group in the Sahel have been hosting militant cells in different cities. So Western Mali, Central Mali, parts of Northern and Eastern Burkina Faso. And the pattern lately has been to coordinate attacks in either similar locations in a region or across different military bases in different regions. It could be through long-term planning where they decide on logistics, how to mobilize the militants. It could be through communicating on mobile devices, using the internet, using WhatsApp groups. It's just their way of internally coordinating how they'll carry out attacks, and what kind of weapons they're going to use, and which of the military bases that they feel are strategic for them to then undermine the presence of security forces in different parts of the Sahel.
Talking about strategic, is there any reason you think why the target areas in this attack, some of them seem to be very close to the border with Senegal?
Well, yes. So over the last 3 years or so, the Al-Qaeda group in the Sahel, Janim, has been expanding in the southern and western regions of Mali. These are very strategic areas. There are a lot of mining operations taking place, road construction projects. It connects the inter-region between Senegal, Mali, and Mauritania. So a lot of commercial activities are taking place here. And at the same time, military presence itself hasn't necessarily been as robust, because before 2022, militant attacks and militant presence was almost non-existent. However, the militants are now pushing into security posts and bases, even those that are along the border with Senegal and Mauritania, as a way of undermining the presence of security forces. So they're able to then exert influence, recruit from local communities, and even try to exploit some of the commercial activities in the region for their own benefit, which has been the case in other parts of the Sahel where they have strongholds.
What would you say is the impact then of these attacks, especially near these borders with Senegal, places like Kais? How are they looking at these attacks, and how have they been affected by it?
So at the moment, the Senegalese and even Mauritanian authorities have maintained a proactive approach. They do carry out joint military operations with the Malian military government. They have strong relationships with the Sahelian military rulers, and that's for now maintained a level of cooperation, proactivity, resilience, and even a sense of being able to try to limit that threat. But on the other hand, the Al-Qaeda group, Janim in particular, has often demonstrated capacity, intent, and even ability to be able to recruit within local communities, because they are very deeply embedded in areas where, especially, there might be a security vacuum, areas where they're likely to exploit marginalization. Eastern Senegal is an area that does experience marginalization, and it could be a long game for the Al-Qaeda group. At the moment, it's not keen to open a new front line, but of course the regional community, particularly through those joint military cooperation, will maintain a sense of resilience. Senegalese communities in the east continue to collaborate with the authorities, but of course there would be concern over the coming years over the possibility that communities there then do fall prey to recruitment tactics by groups like Janim.
So how concerned then is Senegal in general, the authorities there, especially to this latest wave of attacks? What are they, or how are they responding to this?
Well, partly it's mostly through that joint military cooperation rather than being involved in direct incursions inside the Malian border, because that is not their level of engagement. They have maintained a high level of vigilance along the border. They do continue to share intelligence with Sahelian authorities and Mauritanian authorities. They continue to have robust border security measures being enhanced by, regional actors or international actors such as the European Union. But it hasn't been a cause of alarm, because at the moment, they are aware that there is a threat emanating from the Sahel. It's not the first time there's been an attack near the border. Last year, on 2 occasions, there was an attack in a town called Melge, which is quite close by, and it did demonstrate how much Nim wants to push closer to the border with Mali and Senegal, rather than to pivot into Senegal and carry out an attack. But of course, Senegal will remain quite vulnerable, and even an attractive target for militant groups, of course, because they would be able to try to exploit that marginalization. They would be able to try to exploit any prevailing sentiment against Western presence. And so for this reason, Senegalese authorities maintain a high level of vigilance.
So there are other countries involved as well. We mentioned Mauritania, which, one of the attacks also most recently happened near Mali's border with Mauritania. So to what extent do other countries have been affected also, or are they thinking about the threat coming from Mali?
Well, definitely. I mean, for Mauritania, they have not had a militant attack in years, and in many instances, they tend to be seen as a success story, working together with local chiefs, even security chiefs, to make sure that there's intelligence being collected at the border. There are other countries that are being more negatively impacted. Benin and Togo. Benin has suffered some of its biggest attacks this year in the northern frontier near Niger. Part of it is because they do not have the strongest relationship with the Sahelian military rulers, but also because of the confluence of insurgencies, including its proximity to countries like Nigeria. In Kai, most of the attacks have been small scale. In many instances, it involves very small militant cells, and Mali itself is also trying to build more security presence in that region so that they can support the wider campaign together with countries like Mauritania and Senegal, and ensure that they're also fulfilling their part of the deal in maintaining security in the region.
Beverly Ochieng, Senior Francophone Africa Analyst at Control Risks in Senegal. To Nigeria now, and 5 years ago, the BBC reported that the country was in the grip of a kidnapping epidemic. Today, the situation appears to be worsening. Some victims say they were treated worse than animals whilst being held, and there have been cases of abductees being killed when ransom payments are delayed. Last year, the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics published a report online showing a big increase in kidnapping for ransom. The organization then said its website had been hacked, leading to confusion about which statistics we can trust when it comes to understanding the extent of this crime. The BBC's reporter in Abuja, Chris Ewoko, has been speaking to kidnapping victims as well as getting the perspective of the government and police. I started by asking him whether we know how often this is happening.
The Nigeria Bureau of Statistics was reported to have claimed that a huge number of people were kidnapped with large ransom paid. The Nigeria Bureau of Statistics alleged report did indicate that about $1.4 billion were paid out by Nigerians as ransom to criminal elements who kidnapped their relatives. That was an alarming figure, and this is not just one part of the country, but across the country.
So, Chris, are we talking about just kidnapping for ransom, or do some of these incidents also have a different motive?
Well, the focus of this report is basically kidnapping for ransom, something that has become very difficult to resolve for the government, the security agencies. For instance, before now, Nigeria's kidnapping incidents were mainly seen around the well-to-do. Rich people were the targets of kidnap before now. But in the last 3 to 5 years to date, the issue has changed. People are now targeted everywhere, both in the village and in the urban areas. So no one is feeling safe any longer. It's no longer a situation where the poor man can sleep or the average Nigerian can sleep hoping that he's not a target because he doesn't have money. Now everybody is a target, and people are only just praying not to be a victim, because when you are, whether you're rich, whether you're poor, you either have to raise the money or relatives have to raise the money to free you, or probably the person gets killed in cases where ransom are delayed. Sometimes too, ransom was paid, but the victims also get killed. So the motive basically is money, and people say that it's become an industry. Amongst the people we've spoken to, some people were kidnapped in their homes, some were kidnapped on the road while they were traveling, some were kidnapped in their farms. Anyone could be a target. It's basically a huge problem that people really don't have any place to hide.
So let's talk about a specific man that you spoke to. He was abducted on a highway, and his captors demanded more than $30,000 so that they can have him released. And like you're saying, that's a lot of money, and I would imagine it's also a lot of money for anyone to pay or anyone to afford in Nigeria. But is that a typical sum in a case like this?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Aju's case is not just an isolation. A lot of people are asked to pay even more than what was asked to pay. In some cases, when the kidnappers discover that their victim is someone either politically exposed or someone high in the society, they usually keep the figure higher than the ones they demanded from Adoye and some of the other people that were kidnapped with him. And he told me that the amount he was asked to pay was far higher than any amount he had earned in all his life.
They told my wife, if you don't want us to kill your husband, bring money. They used to beat us when they want to negotiate with our people. When they are beating us, even the one that used to teach us what we will be saying, you need money, or else they will kill you. If we kill you, we don't lose anything.
All right, that's the voice of Adeoye, one of those that has gone through this kidnapping ordeal. Chris, let's talk about a very interesting case here of one police officer, Grace Audu, who herself was kidnapped together with her 3-year-old daughter. Again, this does suggest that nobody is immune from this. If an officer of the law, a police officer, is falling victim to it, tell us about her story.
Well, I spoke to Grace Audu, not her real name, because we try to protect her identity. She is a police officer. What she told us is very interesting. It's not just police. Even soldiers have also been kidnapped. So no one is immune.
For 3 days, the kidnappers did not give us food. On the third day, they brought hot water for us to make tea. As my daughter was trying to get it, she fell in the hot water and got burnt.
All right, that's Grace Audu, and again, it's not her real name. We're just trying to protect her identity for security reasons. Chris, the kidnapping issue and just insecurity in general is one of the biggest issues for many Nigerians, and you did put these concerns to the country's information minister. Tell us about his response to this.
Yes, I spoke to the Minister of Information, Mohammed Malagi. He did say that the situation is not as bad as reports are claiming.
Today, we can move freely at any time, day or night, from here to Kaduna, up to Kano, without anybody stopping you. This in itself is a testament to the fact that the Nigerian authorities are doing their best to ensure that this cycle of violence is stopped.
That's Nigeria's Information Minister, Mohammed Malagi, and he was speaking to the BBC's Chris Ewoko, who is based in the capital, Abuja. And finally to Ghana, where India's Prime Minister, Narendra Modi, has just concluded a 2-day visit. It's the first visit by an Indian Prime Minister in over 30 years, even though ties between these countries go back more than half a century. Ghanaian President John Mahama called it a landmark visit. I've been speaking to the BBC's Komla Adum in Ghana, so this isn't a new friendship, is it?
Precisely, and it dates back many decades. In fact, before Ghana became independent in 1957, we know that the country's first president who led the independence struggle for Ghana, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, took some inspiration from Mahatma Gandhi and then continued that fight for Ghana's independence. And since then, the two countries have established relationships. They began by establishing embassies in Accra and New Delhi. And then subsequently, we've known that that relationship has blossomed in areas of commerce, energy, healthcare, education. We also know that one of the key relationship points between India and Ghana has to do with some of the industries that they have set up in Ghana, which employ a large number of Ghanaian employees. And then they do a lot of manufacturing in the pharmaceutical sector. They also help in agribusiness and mechanization of agriculture and many others. So this relationship dates back really long.
So this is now the first visit by Prime Minister Modi to Ghana, the first in 30 years by an Indian Prime Minister. Why is this significant?
This particular visit to Ghana, which is the first of his 5-nation tour, is to basically strengthen the already existing relationship between the two countries. Note that sometime in 2008, the Indian government gave Ghana some facility to establish the seat of government, which is the Jubilee House, which currently houses the country's president and the seat of government, basically. And that's as far back as 2008. And subsequent to that, there have also been some interventions, facility from the Indian government for Ghana to establish a rail line, for example. And so this visit is just to strengthen these ties. And then, in fact, we know that on the first day of the visit, they have signed at least 4 MOUs. One of them having to do with the production of vaccines or establishment of a vaccine production or manufacturing hub in Ghana. The other ones have been MOUs in defense. There's also one in trade and commerce and IT. So it looks like this visit was strategic. And from what we have been told from the joint press conference of the President of Ghana and the Prime Minister of India, it was a long time coming.
This also is happening at a time when Ghana is just getting out of a very deep financial crisis. You know, for some time the country had been struggling with very high cost of living. They had defaulted on repayments for some of their international debt. Do Ghanaians think in any way that India can help the country stabilize its economy?
In fact, in the last few years, India has been offering support, for the government to boost its economy. One of the other things I forgot to mention was that at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, India was one of the countries that gifted Ghana 50,000 AstraZeneca vaccines, to deal with the COVID pandemic at the time in 2021. And since then, there have been some exchanges. Recently, there was an agreement that was reached between Ghana and India for some development projects in health, building infrastructure relating to roads. And so it looks like this partnership between Ghana and India is one that Ghanaians even think is welcome, because they are seeing benefits of this relationship by way of some of the things that I've mentioned in terms of infrastructure that the Indian government has supported Ghana to establish right here in Ghana, which is, if you like, changing the lives of the people in terms of the industries that are being created and the subsequent works that are being generated for young people or the youth.
How does the country then view India, in comparison to other major nations in the world that would have presence in Ghana, China, the US, or even Russia?
I think from the perspective of a foreign ministry, they perceive all of these countries in a similar fashion, and they say, the foreign affairs minister has been at pains to say that the country's foreign policy is be friends with all. However, when it gets to the nitty-gritties, it comes to what Ghana can benefit from these countries, you would want to think that then the relationship between Ghana and India becomes a bit more pronounced because of, as I mentioned, the kinds of things that the Indian government has done for Ghana, and which dates back to many, many, many decades ago.
Mm-hmm. And do you think it's in the mind of Modi, perhaps from what you've heard him talking in the country, that he wants to see that relationship be more pronounced, and see the country to see his country be more present, in security, financing some of the bigger projects in Ghana, diplomatic capacity, because these are some of the areas where you'd find nations like China have quite invested in many other African countries as well, Ghana included.
From his press conference yesterday, he sounded like a man who really knew the relationship between Ghana and India. When he took to the podium, among the things that he said was the fact that this relationship, he hopes to see it blossom and to see it enhance and move from this particular point that it is to, further heights. He said, for example, that when he was made aware that he was going to come to Ghana, he took it as a very onerous responsibility on him, knowing the kinds of things that Ghana has been able to also achieve for itself since independence in 1957. He thinks that it is time now for Ghana and India to deepen that relationship, to also step up efforts, to also make this relationship between the two countries even more visible and tangible for the people.
The BBC's Komla Adum in Accra. So what does India gain from this visit? Here is Simona Vitrioni, senior lecturer at the School of Oriental and African Studies in London.
He has already covered East Africa extensively, the Horn, Southern Africa, but this is his first stop in West Africa. Ghana is also important for India because not just of its historic ties. Ghana is a stable democracy, has a common law system, and in Ghana there is already a relatively large Indian diaspora, about 100,000 strong, who is running around 900 projects worth about US $2 billion. So in a sense, Ghana is a low risk and high visibility a country for Modi. But interestingly also, Accra, is where the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Secretariat is based, and this is where the rules for the Continental Free Trade Areas are written. So Ghana is very influential, has a great importance for Mr. Modi and for India, because a deal here will echo through other countries of Africa, will be a sort of a gateway for a 1.2 billion person market. Ghana has also launched a number of new lithium, bauxite, and rare earth licenses, which are very important for India. So it has minerals that India actually needs.
Simona Vitrioni, Senior Lecturer at SOAS. Focus on Africa was put together by Yvette Togira Maria and Tom Kavanagh in London. The senior journalists were Kani Sharp and Patricia Whitehorn. Philip Bull was the technical producer. Andre Lombard and Alice Mudengi are our editors. I'm Charles Gitonga. Goodbye for now.
This is your premium talk radio. Today, 95.1 FM.
Say no to the ordinary. Embrace the extraordinary, because we are the voice of the people. Today, 95.1 FM.
Today, 95.1 FM.
And you say that I'm the devil, you know, and I don't disagree. No, I don't see the harm. They say you crazy, just leave him, I'll suffocate you, but I wanna be in your arms. They say no, don't pick up the phone, let him think that nobody home, but I'm under your spell. Cause when you call, my heart starts to roar, I always want more. It's my heaven, my hell. You're hidden deep in the silence, the voice so quiet. But I can hear the voice while your heart beats next to mine. I can't quit you. I can't quit you. I can't quit you. I still hear your voice when you sleep next to me. I still feel your touch in my dream. Forgive me my weakness, but I don't know why. tears that I cry. The good and the bad times, we've been through them all. You make me rise when I fall. 'Cause every time we touch, I get this feeling. And every time we kiss, I swear I could fly. Can't you feel my heart beat fast? I want this to last. Need you by my side. 'Cause every time we touch, I feel the static. And every time we kiss, I reach for the sky. Can't you hear my heart beat so? I can't let you go. Want you in my life.
When you feel your heart's got it, and you see the break started, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me.
Dog child. We back.
You'll be right here with me. You'll be right here with me. When your life is going too fast, off the train tracks, I can slow it down. Just when you think you're about to turn back, scared you might crash, I'll be around. When you feel your heart's got it, and you see the break started, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. When your tears are dry from crying, and the world is turned silent, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. You'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. You'll be right here with me. When you're trapped and there's just no key, and you can't breathe, I'll breathe for you. The fire's got you down on both knees, and the walls are closing in, but I'll be breaking through. The way you feel alone, I'ma be your home. When others come and go, you know I got you. When you feel your heart's got it, and you see the break started, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. When your tears are dry from crying, and the world is turned silent, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. We'll be right beside you every step you take. I will be your strength, your shelter, shield you from the rain. When you feel your heart's got it, and you see the break started, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be right here with me. When your tears are dry from crying, when the clouds have all departed, you'll be
Right here by Brandy. Alright, I got you started with Ariana Grande featuring Sia with Quit. Well, the song was from the movie 50 Shades of Grey. And then we moved to Cascade with Every Time. And then to Brandy with Right Here. It is lovey-dovey, beautiful people, and oh, well, while the weather is giving a lot of things, there are still certain situations, you know. I don't know, why is July starting on a painful and scary note? Because it's just been 3 days into the month of July already, and I mean, we're recording deaths, so This was not the plan. Why is July starting on a painful note? Because, I mean, what's going on? Well, it's Labor Day, beautiful people, and the weather is cold. It's giving sleep. At least that's what it's giving me. I don't know what it's giving you, because some of you, you people like to be giving other things. You like to collect other things. People are scaring me. Anyway, we'll talk, beautiful people. And tonight, I'm going to be asking the men to make a choice. Might be a hard choice, but you have to make the choice anyway. Alright? You have to make the choice anyway. Well, let's go ahead. We're going to talk. Welcome to tonight's episode of the show. It's Music Munch Thursdays, Thrustful Thursday. Over here on tonight's episode, I ask a question, you answer the question, you make a music request, you know the drill. And because I love you, I will be coming through with the songs that you have requested for. Okay, it will be me delivering the dividends of democracy. Today, if you want me to play a sad song for you, if you are mourning Diogo Jota of Liverpool or Nigeria's Peter Rifai and you'd like a sad song, I got you. As long as I can find it in my library, I got you. Okay? Yeah. Still, love songs. Don't ask me for reggae songs, please. Don't ask me for Christian songs. Save that for a Sunday, okay? Reggae songs. Tomorrow, Friday, 9 p.m., you'll hear reggae songs. Tonight, love songs, or even sad songs if you want. I did for you.
I'll be right here with you. You'll be right here with me. I'll be right here with you. You'll be right here with me. Yeah. I wanna lose myself in love. Let you have me completely. If I give you Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, let's begin, beautiful people. Let's get started for the day. On tonight's episode of Lovey Dovey, I'm asking the question. Okay, so it's tagged most preferred activity. All right, so there's long-standing narrative that men would pick football over sex if push comes to shove. That if push comes to shove, that men would pick football over sex. Well, football is sometimes referred to as the only thing that can separate a man from his woman. Now, is this narrative true in your case? All right, so I'm asking the question, would you rather watch football every day or have sex every day? You can only choose one. If you were placed, if you were given these options, which would you pick? Football every day or sex every day? It means that if you pick, you'd rather watch football every day than have sex every day. We're taking that out for you. If you pick, you would rather have sex every day than watch football every day, we will automatically take that out for you. Okay, so let's go. You already know the drill. You call in, supply the answers, make your music request, let me know what song you want me to play for you, and I got you covered. Okay, phone lines are open. 0817 0000 951 0810 951 951 0810 951 951 0817 0000 951 0817 0000 951. You can also send in messages to 0701 9339 962 0701 9339 962. Regular text messages, WhatsApp messages as well. I day for you. All right, so conversation on the table. There's a long-standing narrative that men would pick football over sex if push comes to shove. Sometimes you have the whole, or you're seeing some guys will be talking on what's it called now, on social media, or there are certain posts that will make it to social media where, oh, if once it's football season, you know, sometimes, you know, we have break. I think the breaks are usually between August or something at the end of the season, you know. So once the season is approaching, the start of a new season is, you know, beginning. Oh, you just, you know, they just start. We start seeing posts on social media. Okay, girls, so your boyfriends will be busy starting from now. Champions League is back, Premier League is back, La Liga is back. You know, we're just moving from, oh, okay, so we're now moving to German Bundesliga. We're just going, you know. So once it's football season, just know that you are going to be sharing your boyfriend or your husband with football. You cannot take men away from football. Even though I know a couple of men who do not actively watch football, you know, they might know their sports. But they do not actively watch football. So I think for this group of men, they most likely would pick sex every day over football every day. All right, but let's talk, beautiful people. What are you going to choose? As a man, would you rather watch football every day or have sex every day? Now, ladies, if you are dating somebody, and to an extent, you should be able to tell what your man would pick. All right, so ladies, you are not less out of the conversation at all. You can answer on behalf of your men. So if you think your man would pick watching football every day over having sex every day, let's know. Okay, you can send in your text messages. You can also call in. Or if you think your man would pick having sex every day over watching football every day, let me know what is going to be for you. Now remember that because it's Music Munch Thursday, it's Music Munch, what we do is you call in or you text in, you answer the question, you make a music request. So for those of you who will be sending in messages, make sure to include your music request. Let me know what song you want me to play for you, and I've got you covered. Okay, let me know what song you'd like me to play for you. All right, let's get started, beautiful people. Messages are already coming in. Okay, maintain the energy, keep it coming, ladies. I did say that you are not left out, so before you be like, oh, Amaka, today is not for us. I'm sure that you can tell what your man would prefer, right? You can tell what your man would prefer, so you can actually answer. Yeah, you can tell us if your man is going to pick football over sex. Let's know if he's going to pick sex over football. I'd also like to know. Okay, and then you of course get to make a music request. All right, keep your messages coming in. 0701 9339 962. All right, so you answer the question and then you go ahead to make a music request. All right, so let's get started. I'm going to let's get started with the calls now. Let's get started with some calls. All right. Hello to you.
Hello.
Hi. Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Feeling glass eyes under the night. Just like the way you smile. The sun that shines so bright. Just like the moonlight in the sky.
Okay. Is that for me or is for your queen? Is it for me or is for your queen? Are you trying to, say something nice to the person that you actually like?
Okay, let's not. Okay, well, let's just dig into the aspect of it. For me, you already know because I'm not a football fan. By the
Okay.
way, I don't like football. I don't know anything about football. You understand? So yeah, I'm not a football fan at all.
So
I
what?
don't
So
even
you are
know the
picking
names of
sex.
football.
You rather have sex every day.
Well, if if something doesn't have to come in between, that is, and is more important, I can pick my worship. I can pick my solemn worship. Over. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Aside that, I'm also, when it comes to ministry things, I'm also involved in the gospel. So when you read that, like, we can negotiate. But yeah, but when it comes to football, when it comes to other worldly things, I'll pick this one well, 101 times.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. What song am I playing for you today?
Just let me African Queen, like to say.
All right. That's fine. All right. Thank you for calling.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye. All right, so it seems you people want to send you people to 9 for messages. So because why am I having 10 million messages already? You want to joke me with messages today? Hello, good evening to you.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Is you?
Okay, welcome, Wilson. What are you picking? I'm sorry, what?
I don't watch football every day.
You don't watch football every day? You don't watch football every day?
I rather watch football every day.
Oh, you
than
rather
having
watch
sex.
football every day than have sex every day?
Of course.
Oh, okay. That's fine. Well done. So, is it that, do you actively watch football? Are you an avid football fan?
I was once one of the players in Nigerian league.
Oh, really? Interesting. So what happened to your career? You say you not do again.
Let me know, just start laying allegation, or like if I say it now, it looks as if I'm laying allegation.
Okay, okay. Okay, I understand you. It choke.
I was
All right.
having problem with Dominic Ayofa being our director and lobby staff.
Okay. So that's why you left.
Although I was not doing it.
Oh, all right. All right. That's
My
okay.
knee.
But are you in a better place now? Have you forgiven them?
An engineer.
Oh.
Now.
Okay. All right. Interesting. What song would you like me to play for you?
Greatest Love of All.
By
Whitney Houston.
All right. Okay. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Yes, please.
I'm gonna please change the song to "Don't Go Yet" by Camila Cabello.
Don't Go Yet.
Yes, Camila Cabello.
All right, that's fine.
My most favorite. Our most favorite.
It's okay.
Yes, sir.
Wahala for who no love person, no. Wahala for who them no love. All right. Let's see. This is me compiling. So you said greatest love of all time, Whitney Houston. All right. Let's see. All right, keep your calls coming in. 0810-9510-951. 0810-9510-951. 0817 0000951. 0817 0000951. So which Are you picking? Would you rather have sex every day? Would you rather watch football every day or have sex every day? Which would you pick? Anyone you pick, it means that you are striking out the other. So make sure you make your choice carefully. Think deeply about it before you go ahead and make your choice, okay? Would you rather watch football every day or have sex every day? So you call in, tell me what you choose, and you make a music request, okay? So those of you texting, keep it coming. I see your messages, so I'll be playing the songs and I'll be reading your messages in between. And you already know the drill. For those of you texting, the earlier the better. If your message is not coming on time, then it means that wahala don't come. Yeah, I will not be able to sort your songs and I will not be able to deliver on the mandate. And you know that I like to deliver on my mandate. Okay? You know I like to deliver on my mandate, okay? So please make sure that with your messages come your music requests, all right? Make sure to include it so that I'll get started. All right, let's see. I think I should begin with some messages here because it's just the messages are a large army. Okay, I'll sort through some of them and start. Okay, so this is me sorting through the messages. Let's get started with this one. Okay, let's take some calls first. Hello.
Hello, I'm Marcus Felix.
Hi, good evening to you.
Evening, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you? You're good?
Henry from calling from the warfare.
No, I didn't get your name.
Henry calling from the warfare.
You're welcome, Henry. Talk to me. Yeah. What are you choosing?
I choose both.
You chose football?
Both football and sex.
You chose what?
The both of them.
No, you can only pick one. I lie.
Why? Well, I love the both.
You like the both. So which one is it that... So are you trying to say that if you had to, you would watch football every single day?
Day and still have sex every day.
So if you also had to, you legit can have sex every day of your life. So your choice has to be football because you obviously cannot have sex every day of your life.
Football, even football, we cannot be every day now.
No, in your case, no, there are people who can have sex every day. Oh. Those people would choose sex. I'm seeing messages here where some people are choosing sex. Now you ready though? Okay, what song would you like me to play for you? Oh, I think I lost you there. Try calling again. Let's hope the network will let us talk. All right, let's begin with these messages. Okay, let's begin with this one. This is from Patrick, texting from PH. Patrick says, hello, Amaka. What kind of tough question is this? So see problem. Okay, for me, I will choose sex. So because honestly, when it comes to sex, I really can never have enough. He says, please play me that song titled Never Enough by Lauren Allred. It was used in The Greatest Showman. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember that movie. All right, Never Enough by Lauren Allred. Right there. Let's see, let's move on to other messages. Okay, let's see. Keep your messages coming in. Yeah, I'm just going to do a compilation and then let's see. Now, if you send me a request, if you ask me to play a song for you without answering my question, Otilo, yeah, if you ask me to play a song for you without answering my question, if I see such messages, I will just move on to the next. Okay, this one says, hi, good evening. My guy will prefer sex over football. Oh, all right, but you did not tell me your name and you did not include your music request. I said it's Music Munch Thursday, so when you send in your message, include your music request. Let me know what song you want me to play for you. Okay, if you even want the song for somebody, if your significant other is listening or if your friend is listening and you want to, you want the song, maybe the lyrics of the song, does things for you. Maybe you want to say something to the person via the lyrics. No problem, I got you. Okay, all you have to do is to ask. And me, based on, I'm a sweet girl, I'll be coming through with the songs that you want me to play for you. All right. Let's see, I'm going to be reading other messages right about here. Okay, let's see. This message here is from Fortune, texting from PH. Fortune says, hello, Amaka, good evening to you. I like this conversation and I like the fact that you said that women can answer for their men. My husband, that one is still like today on top my body. So I'm going to make the decision for him based on what he's always doing to me in the house. He is definitely going to pick sex every day. Please play Secret Love Song by Jason Derulo for us. He's listening, he can hear you. Okay, all right. So she says Secret Love Song by Jason Derulo. All right, that's fine. I think that song also, he also did feature Little Mix, yeah. So I'm going to play the song for you. Hey, wahala, wahala, wahala. All right, let's see. Keep it coming, keep it coming. Let's do one more message and then I'll get started with the songs. I'll do one more message and then get started with the songs. Okay. All right, this one is from Choice, texting from PH. Choice says, hello, Maka, good morning to you. Well, it's not morning yet. Okay, it's not morning yet, but I will greet you good evening and then say good morning in advance. Okay, Choice says, so as for my man, yeah, I can guarantee his response already. The guy too like football. He never misses his team football or his team match. Anytime they are playing, he must watch no matter what happens. This guy can legit run away from the office and tell them he's coming just because he wants to go and watch football. Even when he's with me, sometimes I struggle for attention, no. But the only good thing is when there's no football, he has my time 100%. So for me, I'm very sure that my man will pick football over sex every day. Okay, she says, play me the song titled Love Song by Lana Del Rey. All right, I'm just going to quickly add that to my list. Okay. All right, I'll add that to my list. Let's get started. Okay, keep your messages coming in. I see your messages. All right, I see your messages. 0701 9339 962. All right, 0701 9339 962. Send me your messages. Yeah, let me know what you want me to do for you. All right, make your choice. Men, make your choice and include your music requests. Women, you can make your choice. You can make the choice on behalf of your men or even your future men. Okay, remember to include your music request. All right, let's get started. Your songs will come in no particular order. Let's get started with some of the songs and then we will continue. All right.
I'm trying to hold my breath. Let it stay this way. Can't let this moment end. You set off a dream in me, getting louder now. Can you hear it echoing? Take my hand. Will you share this with me? 'Cause darling, without you, all the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be enough for me. Never, 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 never for me, for me. Never enough, never enough, never enough for me, for me, for me. All the shine of 1,000 spotlights, all the stars we steal from the night sky will never be enough, never be enough. Towers of gold are still too little. These hands could hold the world, but it'll never be enough, never be I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to be. Everybody's searching for a hero. People need someone to look up to. I never found anyone who fulfilled my needs. A lonely place to be, and so I learned to depend on me. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadows. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I live as I believe. No matter what they take from me, they can't take away my dignity. Because the greatest love of
When you hold me in the street and you kiss me on the dance floor. I wish that it could be like that. Why can't it be like that? 'Cause I'm yours. We keep behind closed doors. Every time I see you, I die a little more. Stolen moments that we steal as the curtain falls. It'll never be enough. It's obvious you're meant for me. Every piece of you, it just fits perfectly. Every second, every thought, I'm in so deep. But I'll never show it on my face. But we know this. We got a love that is hopeless. Why can't you hold me in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? I wish that it could be like that. Why can't we be like that? 'Cause I'm
You're with him, do you call his name like you do when you're with me? Does it feel the same? Would you leave if I was ready to settle down? Or would you play it safe and stay? Girl, you know this. We got a love that is hopeless. Why can't I hold me in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? I wish that it could be like that. Why can't we be like that? 'Cause I'm yours. And nobody knows I'm in love with someone's baby.
I don't wanna hide us so bad.
What about the love we making?
I'm living for that day. Someday.
Can I hold you in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor?
I wish that we could be like that. Why can't we be like that? 'Cause I'm yours. I'm yours. Oh, why can't you hold me in the street? Why can't I kiss you on the dance floor? I wish that it could be like that. Why can't it be like that? 'Cause I'm yours. Why can't I say that I'm yours? I wanna shout it from the rooftops. I wish that it could be like that. Why can't we be like that? 'Cause I'm yours. Why can't we be like that? Wish we could be like that. Oh, my love, yeah, yeah. I'm alone, yeah. I'll replay this moment for months. Alone in my head, waiting for it to come. I wrote all your lines and the scripts in my mind, and I hope
All right, all right, all right, all right. This is me delivering on the mandate that I gave myself. All right, let's get into more messages. This one says, "Good evening, Amaka. Sex is sweet, so I choose sex over football. But I love watching football a lot. Ifeko G. Okay, oh Ifeko. That message is not coming to music request, so I'm just going to move. This one says, "Good evening, my own Amaka. I choose football. Please play me Chiquita by Abba. By Abba. Yeah, thanks. I'm Yagazie Obinwa. All right, you're welcome. Thank you." This one says, "Good evening, Ami Beke. I'm not yet married, but I wouldn't like my hobby to be having sex every day. Please play Oh My Baby by Chidima Lillian from Obogoro." All right, welcome. Thank you for texting, Lillian. This one says, "This is Patrick from PH. This question is tough because we just lost a brother, Diogo Jota. Well, I will take football every day." All right, those of you whose messages came without music requests, no one. I said if you're texting and you want a song, I'm just going to assume that you don't want a song, but then again, no problems. All right, so somebody requested for Chiquita by Abba. Abi? Is it Chiquita? Abi Chiquitata? Chiquitita. All right, beautiful people. Let's see. I'm just going to pilot the songs. The other messages here, I'll take them. All right, I'm still taking calls. I'll try to take calls in between, so keep it coming. 0810-9510-951, 0810-9510-951, 0817-00000951. All right, let's go. Okay, let's see. Meanwhile, 0701-9339-962 for messages. Hello, good morning. Ooh, okay, something is happening. I don't understand. But good morning to you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Yes, please. Good morning to you.
Good morning. I'm Mr. Raphael by name.
You're Raphael by name.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't get the second thing you said.
I prefer sex over football.
Oh, you prefer sex?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
I would like to say something.
You'll do what?
I would love to say something.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm going through pain as it is now.
You're going through pain?
Yes. There's a girl at where I met some days ago, and now I'm in Port Harcourt, and she's far away from me, and every blessed day for meeting her. Well, I try letting her know that I love her so much, but I find it difficult to believe.
You said you met her when?
I met her long ago at Madugu.
Okay.
So, but currently now I'm now in Port Harcourt. And I love her so much. Yes.
Did you date?
Yes.
Okay.
And every single moment of my life, I keep on thinking about this very girl.
So have you told her?
Yes, but
she says she can't do distance?
No, but she finds it difficult that I so much love her.
She finds it difficult to believe that you love her?
Yes.
Why?
I don't just know.
Okay, well, go ahead and show her that you love her.
Okay, I will do that.
Yeah.
I've been doing it too.
And you do what?
And I've been doing it too.
Okay, continue. Try harder. If she's interested in you, but the thing is, I would advise that you know when to stop, right? Because if she's interested in you, she would also at least give you some sort of green light that would make you continue, that would give you the ginger to continue. So whatever it is you're going to be doing, make sure you use your head. All right, you can show her, you can try to show her that you love her, but if she's not reciprocating the gesture and she's not giving you any green light at all, that should tell you that she doesn't feel the same way, and then you can stop, try to cast your net somewhere else.
Okay.
Yeah. So what song would you like me to play for you?
Stand by Your Side by Celine Dion.
Stand by your side, Celine Dion.
Yeah.
All right then, thank you.
Have a lovely.
You too. All right.
Thank you for playing my song, though. The song just.
All right, that's fine.
Can just drop.
All right, it's okay. Hello.
Amaka, so I called Wilson.
Okay.
Sometimes person, sometimes it looks like so amazing to you.
Sometimes you did what?
It looks so amazing
For
me. So there's thing I just want to like. Have you watched football in the stadium?
Yes, I have.
Let me just digress a bit. You know, going to stadium to watch football, there is this happiness and love that is in it. Sometimes you meet new friends. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
And it's something of, and it's a seasonal something. Like you watch once in a season. After that very much, the next time you can watch it again is maybe the next year. Then when it comes to sex is something that you can have it anytime. Like I'm just saying, there was a lady that felt her man prefer going to watch part than having time with her. Are you hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
So the reason why that guy does that to me is because he knows that football, he starts that after that day, he will never come across such match again till the next season.
What happened to highlights?
Sorry?
What happened to highlights?
So he can't compare highlight and live. Honestly,
it is possible to watch the full 90 minutes again. There are matches that will still be replayed over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I understand the whole adrenaline rush, right? That happens when the match is live, because there's the whole, which team will score? Is my team going to score? And all of that. I watch football, so I get what you're trying to say. But then again,
then when it comes to the issue of having sex, like, I mean, it's something that you can, if you want to have it, you can have it.
Okay, so
you have it today, you have it tomorrow. Like living with a particular woman.
All right, so for you, right? You would pick football over sex, and that's understandable. Your opinion, valid. I mean, it works for you, so that's fine. There are people who would pick sex over football. I mentioned that I know a couple of men who do not actively watch football. They know football. They know there's Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, Nottingham Forest, Brighton. They know these clubs exist, right? They know there's Ronaldo, they know there's Messi, they know there's Mbappe, Bellingham, and all of that. But they do not actively watch football as per they can pass, so they can do without watching football. Yeah, but these people would rather spend time with the women that they love. So really, it comes down to your preference as a person. So for them, they're going to pick sex because that is what they consider more important. If you pick football because you consider football more important, if you feel that, if you don't watch it live, there's going to be a problem, it will not feel the same for you, no problem. Some people would rather watch the highlights. Yeah, people like me sometimes, because my club, they put me through a lot. So sometimes I would rather just watch highlights, let me know whether we lost or not, than watch the full match, because my heart will literally be out of my chest. All right.
Can I make one more request? Sorry.
No, for songs, no. I'm loaded already. I'm loaded. All right, thank you. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead with the next song, and then let's see. All right, so for those of you, your songs will come. I'm just going to take them one after the other. All right, let's go. Let's get started with. Let's continue with this one from ABBA.
what's wrong. You're enchained by your own sorrow. In your eyes, there is no hope for tomorrow. How I hate to see you like this. There is no way you can deny it. I can see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. I'm a shoulder you can cry on. Your best friend, I'm the one you must rely on. You were always sure of yourself. Now I see you broken and blessed. Cry and how it hurts to see you sad. I hope we can hash it out together. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go and the stars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once again and the pain will end. You will have no time for breathing. Chiquitita, you and I cry, but the sun is still in the sky and shining above you. Let me hear you sing once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. Try once more like you did before. Sing a new song, Chiquitita. So the walls came tumbling down, and your love said no more will. All is gone, and it seems too hard to handle. Chiquitita, tell me the truth. There is no way you can deny it. I see that you're all so sad, so quiet. Chiquitita, you and I know how the heartaches come and they go and the stars they're leaving. You'll be dancing once you kids with your vintage music, coming through satellites while cruising. You're part of the past, but now you're the future. Signals crossing can get confusing. It's enough just to make you feel crazy, crazy, crazy. Sometimes it's enough just to make you feel crazy. You get ready, you get all dressed up to go nowhere in particular. Back to work or the coffee shop. Doesn't matter 'cause it's enough to be young and in love. To be young and in love. Look, you kids, you know you're the coolest. The world is yours and you can't refuse it. Seen so much you could get the blues, but that don't mean that you should abuse it. Though it's enough just to make you go crazy, crazy, crazy. I know it's enough just to make you go crazy, crazy, crazy. You get ready, you get all dressed up to go nowhere in particular. Back to work or the coffee shop. It don't matter because it's enough to be young and in love. To be young and in Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. And it's enough just to make me go crazy, crazy, crazy. It's enough just to make me go crazy, crazy, crazy. I get ready, I get all dressed up to go nowhere in particular. Doesn't matter if I'm not enough for the future or the things to come, 'cause I'm young and in love. I'm young and in Don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby.
Young deep on the beat, my baby is steady, oh baby, you and I, oh baby, you and I, Munagi baby, oh baby, I'm loving your way.
kisi bulo funuo chai. My darling, 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 baby, yes somewhere. Ihura ka obi muna kisi bulo funuo chai. And now you know the time is right for me and you to pay the price. Mama, papa, go bear witness. I'm talking to you, oh my princess. Our honeymoon no go do you go. Now so you be the boy you go. And me and you go carry go. Yeah, yeah.
Oh baby, you and I, you and I. Oh baby, you and I, you and I. Munagi baby, munagi baby, munagi baby. Oh baby, I'm so in love, in love, in love, in love, in love, love. I'm so in love, in love, in love. Every day naturally, we go spending money, we go go overseas. Oh, every day naturally, jolly, we go spending money, we go go overseas. Oh baby, you and I, you and I. Oh baby, you and I, you and I. Munagi baby, munagi baby, munagi baby. Oh baby, oh baby, you and I, you and I, you and I, you and I, munagi baby, you and I, you and I. Oh baby, you and
All right, so I'll get back to some messages at this point. I'll quickly take a run to Facebook and then look at what you people are saying on the streets of Zuckerberg. Okay. Okay, Chukudi Igwanugo says football. Choma Kingsley Warlu says all of the above. Obi Mo says football. Sweet Pass Bay. You sure? Okay, Ike Chico Sterling says watch football. I all of you, are you people single? I'm sorry, I don't mean to throw shades. I don't mean to throw shades, but are you people single? Because why is he giving this? Is the single Pringles that are doing football? Even Wilson said that said football, and then he tried to even defend the football so much. Wilson is like that single. Biden Jackal says sex before football. Noale Befi says I create time for both as not to clash with each other. Okay. Irene Kweme says I like reading scoreline most times than watching the match. Maybe my babe will have some time. All right, this one says, good evening, presenter. For me, I will prefer watching football than having sex. I have passion for football than sex, especially now that I'm not married. That's from Livingstone, AZ. Okay, Oliver Dave says, absolutely correct. Football sweet past so many relationships. I'd rather watch my lovely club Arsenal play every day than... You'd rather watch your lovely club Arsenal play every day. It's okay. Which Arsenal? Near win syndrome. Let me not read through shades. All right, let's go. Some more messages are here. All right, let's. Okay, I'll take this one. This is from Joe, texting from PH. Joe says, "Hello, Maka. Good morning to you. I would pick sex every day over football, please. I think I can do without watching football. Besides, there's always highlights, like you said." There's always highlight, like you said, so of course I can go back to watch the highlights. Yeah, but sex every day definitely on the list. Please play me Replay by Ayas. You played it yesterday and I love it, so I want to hear it again. All right, Replay by Ayas coming right up. Okay, let's go to this other message here. Okay, this one says, hello Amaka, good morning to you. My name is Blessing. I'm texting from PH. So I'm going to make a choice for my man. He will pick football over sex because that one too like match. And I like it for him. It simply means that he does not disturb me so much. So I'm definitely going to pick football for my man. Please play me Baby Rhythm by Faith. Okay. All right. So I still have a couple of songs. Let's see. There's Stand By Your Side by Celine Dion. Okay, we have to play that one. I've added okay, so 3 more songs to the list. Let me take one more message. I'll quickly do one more message before. Let's see. Ooh, okay. All right, this one says, hello, Amaka. Good morning to you. My name is Abasi, texting from PH here. As for me, I would pick football over sex. So, because I beg. I think that I've gone through too many heartbreaks from women. Maybe it's just my trauma speaking, though. But I definitely would pick football over sex, at least for now. All right, he says, play me China Roses by Enya. All right, China Roses by Enya coming right up. Oh, that's one of my favorite songs from Enya, actually. All right, so let's get right into the songs. Let's get back to the songs, and then, yeah, I will do. Should I do calls in between? All right, let's see if we can take 1 or 2 calls. So 0810-951-0951, 0810-951-0951, 0817-0000-951. 0817-0000-951. So let's see, maybe 1 call, 2 calls, it depends. I still have more messages to read here, so I'm going to be reading more messages, and then these songs I have to sort out. So let's see, maybe I'll do a song in between. It depends. I'll do a call in between, rather. It depends. I just want to make sure that I come through with the songs that you have requested for so far. All right, let's get started. Let's head to Celine Dion with Stand By Your Side. Okay, let's take that one, and then others will follow.
and you comfort me. I'm lost and you hear my screams, so it's hard to watch you falling when you run so deep in me. You live in me. Gonna stand by your side now. Let me kiss all your tears away. You can stay in my arms now, and I know I can make you believe again. I walk where you can run through fire. I search for reasons, and baby you inspire. But I know somebody hurt you, and I know you really need a friend. Well, you can take my hand. Gonna stand by your side now. Let me kiss all your tears away. You can stay in my arms now, and I know I can make you believe again. When you feel like you can't go on, don't you know you never walk alone? No, you live in me. Gonna stand by your side now. Let me kiss all your tears away. You can stay in my arms now, and I know I can make you believe again. I'm gonna stand by your side, kiss all your tears away. Tonight, I'm gonna stand by your side, make you see you smiling again, see you smiling again.
Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Remember the first time we met, you was at the mall with your friend. I was scared to approach you, but then you came closer, hoping you would give me a chance. Who would have ever knew that we would ever be more than friends? We're railroad white, breaking all the rules. She like a song played again and again. That girl, like something of a poster. That girl is a damn they say. That girl is a gun to my holster. And she's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. See you being all around the globe. Now once did you leave my mind? We talk on the phone from night till the morning. Girl, it really changed my life. Doing things I never do. I'm in the kitchen cooking things she likes. Railroad white, breaking all the rules. Someday I wanna make you my wife. That girl, like something of a poster. That girl is a damn they say. That girl is a gun to my holster. She's running through my mind all day. Hey, Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. I can be your melody. A girl that could write you a symphony, the one that could fill your fantasies. So come, baby girl, let's sing with me. Yeah. I can be your melody. A girl that could write you a symphony, the one that could fill your fantasies. So come, baby girl, let's sing with me. Yeah. Na 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 na. Shawty got me singing. Na 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 na. Now she got me singing. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay. Shawty's like a melody in my head that I can't keep out. Got me singing like na 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 every day's like my iPod stuck on replay.
Say the word should be. Moonlight on the sun will come. Angel tears me on a tree. You talk of the break of morning as you get in your cloud and crimson, the key of heaven. One look out
wanna take a picture so this could last longer for me. Yeah, take my secrets, got them like precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write songs for you. So I write songs for you. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, breaking the knees. Cause when I see you, I feel to steal the keys to your heart again. Yeah, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, breaking the knees. Just when I see you, I feel to steal the keys to your heart again. My baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so my baby bust up the silence, so my baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so bust up the silence, so steady your picture for me. I wanna take a picture so this could last longer for me. Yeah, take my secrets, got them like precious money. I never want to hear you quiet, so I write songs for you. So I write songs for you. Opposition they come left and right, but I don't care. Pop up they are front, say leave you, but I die there. No more milk come out, cause you are my only strength. But I reach up, oh, I know that you're my best. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, breaking the knees. Cause when I see you, I feel to steal the keys to your heart again. And I believe, yes I believe, I'm falling for you like a thief, breaking the knees. Cause when I see you, I feel to steal the keys to your heart again. My baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so my baby bust up the silence, so my baby bad, my baby good, my baby all the things I need. My baby bust up the silence, so bust up the silence, so big tatty girl.
Well, we have come to the end of the show, beautiful people. But before we go, I will quickly take this message. This should be the last message I'll be taking for tonight, or maybe two more. I don't know. All right, this one says, "Lovely greetings, Amaka. While I'm not a sports fan, I'd rather watch football daily than have sex daily because the pros do outweigh the cons, obviously. Guess the trick. I'll only watch 5 minutes a day." Please play me Justin Bieber's Intentions. You're second to none as long as radio is concerned. Oh my god. You people say the nicest things to me. See you next week. I'm Michael from Welfare. Thank you so much for texting, Michael. Thank you for saying nice things to me all the time. You spoil me. You make my head swell. Okay, so yeah, Intentions by Justin Bieber. One more message. Okay, this one is from Joseph, texting from PH. Joseph says, "Amaka, for me, I'm definitely picking sex over football because sex is one thing I cannot do without. Please play me this slow song by Enya, If I Could Be Where You Are." Okay, all right, that should be our last song for the night. Beautiful people, thank you for texting. Thank you for calling. Of course, thank you for doing tonight's episode with me. Let's maintain the energy. Next week we go again. Remember to follow me on everything social media. All right, on Facebook it's Amaka Felix. On Instagram, the Amaka Felix, and on X, it's the Amaka of Port Harcourt. Okay, enjoy yourselves. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Have yourselves a blissful weekend. Because me, I plan to just rest and enjoy myself. I don't know if I'll be enjoying myself per se, but I plan to rest a lot because I've gone through a lot this week. So you too, maybe you might want to rest, or do whatever it is that will give you joy. All right, beautiful people, enjoy yourselves. Intentions by Justin Bieber comes up next.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, cut your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Shout out to your mom and dad for making you. Staying in vision, they did a great job raising you. When I create, you're my muse. The kind of smile that makes the news. Can't nobody throw shade on your name in these streets. Triple threat, you a boss, you a bank, you a beast. You make it easy to choose. You got a mean touch, I can't refuse. No, I can't refuse it. Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, cut your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Already passed, you don't need no approval. Good everywhere, don't worry about no refusal. Second to none, you got the upper hand now. Don't need a sponsor, no, you're the brand now. You're my rock, my Colorado. Got that ring, just like Toronto. Love you now, a little more tomorrow. That's how I feel. Act like you know that you are. Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, cut your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions.
No cap, no pretending, you don't need mentions. Got them saying goals, they don't wanna be independent. Tell them to mind your business, we in our feelings. It's 50 percentage. Attention, we need commitment. We gotta both admit it. It's funny, we both listen. It's a blessing, cause we both get it. You the best thing, and I don't need a witness. I'ma find me a ring and pray it's perfect fit. It's perfect.
Picture perfect, you don't need no filter. Gorgeous, make them drop dead, you a killer. Shower you with all my attention. Yeah, these are my only intentions. Stay in the kitchen, cooking up, cut your own bread. Heart full of equity, you're an asset. Make sure that you don't need no mentions. Yeah, these are my only intentions. That's all I plan to do.
Where are you this moment? Only in my dreams. You're missing, but you're always a heartbeat from me. I'm lost now without you. I don't know where you are. I keep watching, I keep hoping, but time keeps us apart. Is there a way I can find you? Is there a sign I should know? Is there a road I could follow to bring you lies before me. Now you're so far away. In the darkness of my dreaming, the light of you will stay. If I could be close beside you, if I could be where you are, if I could reach out and touch you and bring you back home, is there a way I can find you? Is there a sign I should know? Is there a road I could follow to bring you back home to
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. Radio has never been this good. Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.